So I already sampled all these scents and I took a video even. Unfortunately, I look terrible in it. Believe it or not, direct sunlight makes me look quite bad. So I am instead going to go through all of these scents that I sampled because so when I was a child, I asked myself, were we just put on this earth to suffer? And the answer is, it seems yes, but only because we are foolish. I am foolish. I said that my goal for this year was going to be to not purchase any more samples. Guess who failed that several times? This most recent one was the most egregious. I have been on the search for a good jasmine for some time now. There's a lot of fine jasmines. They're fine. They're okay. Unfortunately, I'm very particular. So just fine is not perfect. And I know that I can find something that's at least almost perfect. I would love that. So in order to achieve my goal of finding at least a good, wearable, everyday jasmine scent, I made a fool of myself. I also purchased some other ones that I had my eye on for some time, and I figured I might as well, especially because a lot of them are never in stock. For instance, well, no, we'll get to her. But anyways, I might as well. I think I'm going to run through. Let's run through the. Let's first. Let's make it quick. Let's run through the flops that were my choices for trying to get this. Oh my goodness, I'm missing some of them. That's okay. That's okay. Trying to get this goddamn goal. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to find a good jasmine scent. I want something that's not a soliflor. There's tons of pretty good soliflors, especially tons of good jasmine soliflors. I don't want something so linear, personally, especially if it's going to be like $150 a bottle, and this is my everyday wear piece. I'd rather do something a little more complex and not have to layer. I love layering, and I understand the point of layering, but if I'm going to spend that much on a perfume, I want it to be the right one. And I want it to already be formulated to work well with itself. And guess what didn't achieve that? Red Burning Night. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little more. It's just so linear. It's beautiful. It's indolic. It's heady. It's sexy. It's fine. It's fine. It's so expensive for what it is, though. Next is Moonflower by Perfume Head. It's a gorgeous scent, actually. This one I like more than Red Burning Night. There is a little bit of, there's depth to it. It's just, it leans a little too light and bright and chirpy. It's really pretty. I would understand why this would be someone's favorite jasmine scent. However, it's fine. It's not for me. The closest we got was Nuit Elastique by Premier Peu.
Premier pot.
The notes on this are really, they're something. So the notes are Kalamata olive, jasmine or indoles or whatever, and carnation. All of which, and latex. All of which are notes that I adore. I adore every single one of those. I also love a nice big jar of Kalamata olives. That's besides the point. It's really sexy. It's got the complexity. The jasmine is there, and she's fairly pronounced. But it just smells like a decent soap. It's pretty. It's a decent soap. Not a good soap, a decent soap. Really sad. Big bummer. Big bummer. Let's move on to the ones that aren't jasmine. First off, I'm going to knock this one out because I understand what people get out of Comme des Garçons, their perfume line. I understand it, but I don't get it. I wasn't a fan of the other odor that I tried. This is like the masculine version of it. It's artificial in a way I find incredibly unpleasant. I even sprayed it on myself because I want it. God, it smells like a dying mall. Odor 53 smelled like a mall in 2000 when it was still like pretty poppin'. A woman wearing a perfume there. This smells like the Hollister in a dying mall. It smells sad and cheap and old and generic and unpleasant. I probably wouldn't be, displeased if someone was wearing this. The person I see wearing this is a gentleman in his mid-40s who's a little more chic than his contemporaries, so he's not wearing Burberry Men or Sauvage or anything like that. But it's just not. There's something slimy about it I don't care for. Let's continue with something I did like. I really like this. Squid. No notes. Gorgeous. Squid by Zoologist. Oh. Squid by Zoologist. I really, 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 really enjoy this. I could be convinced to get like a decant of this. Not a whole bottle. Let's not get that crazy. Not a whole bottle, but a pretty solid decant. This seems, despite being a marine scent, I feel like this would be best used in the winter. I think it would be a really beautiful, like a sexy, salty. I can see where the squid comes. It does feel a little bit Moby Dick. Like it's cold and it's a little bit bitter, but there's the warmth. There's the ambergris. There's the salt of sea spray, but it's not. I find so many marine scents to be way too citrus forward, a little too green even. This gives you a nice salty marine-y vibe without letting go of the gorgeousness of being in a seaside cabin in November. This is sexy. I like this. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Lou, I'm so sorry. I'll give it an honest shot because I remember I didn't care for Moth either. I really did not care for Moth initially. And that one I do enjoy, actually. I don't think I'm ever going to get a decant of it or anything. It is really giving to me, late 80s, early 90s, sexy, sensual supermodel vibes. However, what is that note? What? Hold on. I figured it out. It's the fucking raisin. I don't like raisin in my perfume. I hate it. That's what soured camel for me. I hate it. I'll wear it on the skin and see how it turns out. Let's move on. So I said there was a perfume that I'm 0 for 2 on, I believe. By the brand 1969. This one I understand. I understand it more than Chinese tobacco. It's Female Christ. I get it. It's just dry for me in the wrong ways. I think that might be the eucalyptus, and maybe the eucalyptus dries down to basically nothing. That's all fine and dandy, but there's something there that I'm really not fucking with. It smells like, being at, so when I was like 12, I was at a day camp, and we would go out and we would hang out in the woods and stuff, and, for obvious reasons, I was, believe it or not, the most popular child there. This smells like being out in the woods and no one's talking to you. And you're trying to play pretend, but there's just something funky out there that stinks. I don't care for, this is, I'm not going to stop anyone that I love from wearing this. But I don't even think this would smell good in a way that I would enjoy being around someone wearing this. And that's quite rare for me. It is hard to offend my nostrils. I will find the beauty in a lot of very meh scents. This one, I can't do. So last but honestly not least. So in every single, I don't know if you guys have ever ordered from Lucky Scent, but a lot of times they come in a different variety of bottles. Some of them are the standard, oh my God, Christ alive. They come in a variety of bottles. They have the atomizers, they have these little tiny ones, and they're all together in the same bag. And often, especially if you get one that's castoreum heavy, it can make the whole bag smell stinky. So this was, I think I found the culprit. I think this was the culprit. And that was Nocturnality. I don't recall the brand. It's right here. I like the combination of the castoreum and the leather. I think that's quite classy. Very classy lady. There's something sweet in there, though, that I am not vibing with. Maybe castoreum is just quite sweet, and I'm not seasoned enough to know that. Because I had the same issue with the Candlestick by Clue. And that is also, maybe not to everyone, but to me it's quite castoreum heavy, but it's also quite sweet. And I don't like the sweetness in it. That's what turns me off of it, and why the Clue one that I bought was warm bulb, not with the Candlestick. And this, you know what, this would be very sexy on someone else. But I feel like it would be the scent equivalent, if I tried to wear this out and about, it would be the scent equivalent of me walking around with some Big Boss shades and a giant mustache and a big leather coat and some leather chaps. It's quite sexy. I would look a little goofy. I would smell a little goofy. I would smell like I'm trying on daddy's shoes and clomping around. So what did we learn today? What did I learn today? Nothing. I learned nothing. I should have learned that I should not want. Wanting is the root of all evil. It is the root of all suffering. Unfortunately, I want. I always want. Wanting is what keeps me alive. When I don't want, there's something wrong. There's something terribly wrong going on. So I will keep wanting. I've perhaps already made another Zambo purchase.
All right, clap if you think you should suffer.